Hey guys, latest news with Crypto Marie local and international. Tensions flare during Trump White House meeting with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. A meeting between South African President Cyril Ramaphosa and President Donald Trump on Wednesday to talk about trade and diplomatic relations became tension-filled when Trump aired a video of South Africans who he said sought to erase white Afrikaners. A reporter asked Trump what it would take for him to believe there was no white genocide in South Africa, and instead Ramaphosa took the question, replying as Trump looked directly at him. Ramaphosa said that it will take listening to the voices of South Africans, and that if there was a white genocide in South Africa, the white members of the South African delegation would not be there with him. All right, guys, I'm not going to read the whole thing because this is all over the news. It was an embarrassment for America. But, excuse me, I'm still fighting a cold. Let me give you my opinion about the whole thing. Number one, Ramaphosa had no business coming meeting with this racist president. He should have done the same thing Ibrahim Traore did. Deny the invitation. Ignore the invitation, because by Ramaphosa coming into the White House to talk to somebody who has no idea how to govern, how to be a president, even though this is his second term doing it, you could tell he still doesn't know what the hell is going on. It was a lack of understanding, lack of self-respect, to say, for the South African president to come to the White House. Excuse me, guys. In America, a black president would never get the respect they deserve. No matter how intelligent they are, no matter how good they are at being president, they would never get the respect they deserve. That's how racist America is. I was watching Vladimir Putin having this parade in his country celebrating Russia. And of course, he's done a lot of shit, we don't agree with. But the respect he gave to the African leaders shows me there was something that America not telling us. America are the racists. America are the bad guys. America are the bullies. Looking at how when African leaders going to China, going to Russia, how they respect them. They don't judge them by the color of their skin. They are there to have business done. Diplomatic things, negotiation. How Ibrahim Traore is sitting on the table just like every other leader across Putin, discussing what they are going to do to make Burkina Faso better. Ibrahim Traore fighting for his country, for his people. You understand what I'm saying? So when this now president invited Ibrahim Traore to come to the White House, he said, no, I don't have time for this. I am too busy worrying and trying to get my country in a better situation. And Ramaphosa should have done the same thing. Why are you wasting time? One thing I don't think people understand. Africa has enough natural resources to take care of their own people and more. But because they've always been taken care of by France, robbing them like they did in Haiti, America, same thing. So they always feel like they need a crunch to survive. Or if you don't give me help, if you don't give me medication, if you don't give me food, we are going to perish. That's a lie. If Ibrahim Traore can do it, so can you. You just got to learn. Another thing that caught my attention. While this American president was accusing the South African president of genocide, Elon Musk was standing there in the White House. Guys, let me tell you guys something. Just because Elon Musk supposedly no longer in the White House doesn't mean his involvement is over. No, a phone call away, okay? A text away, or him being there personally. Listen, this man bought this president for $377 million. So you don't think how he feels about the South African president, how he feels about black people will be having some kind of effect on what's the next move? He purchased the president. Money talks, bullshit work. That's what it is. So again, I thought it was bad on Ramaphosa, the South African president, to come to the White House. Like, you come to beg, you come to ask somebody who doesn't care about your people, somebody who doesn't care about people living here. The biggest slap in the face is the fact that America going on the street, creating hell for brown and black people, to detain them and send them back to their countries. And then we have this president making it easy for 59 South Africaners to come here, pretending they are going through so much over there. Those people had houses with 5 bedrooms. They had their own oil company. Those people were doing well. They don't look like they were starving or they were going through some kind of racial discrimination over there. I have seen videos of white Africaners saying, no, we're doing good. We're not leaving. There was nothing going on here. There is no such thing as genocide. It's a made-up story. So, like Ramaphosa said, it will take listening for these people to remove that idea that in South Africa there was genocide or racism or all the shit. And when you go back to learn the history, South Africa was governed by all whites and mistreating black people for almost 20-something years until Nelson Mandela took over. Okay, so give me a break. So it doesn't matter what's going on in Congo, what's going on in any other parts in Africa where they are really unaliving people for no goddamn reason, but you are making up some kind of effed up story that they are mistreating the whites because they are not in charge of everything. There are 75% of 80% of land belong to those white Afrikaners. And I was watching a documentary where the Maya is a YouTuber that goes in different part of Africa showing. And there was a part in Africa where it's only white people. Aromia, something like that. Forgive me, I watched it today. I can't remember the name. Aronia. Only whites. They have their own school, their own hospital, their own agriculture, everything white. No black people can go there. And I asked myself, and Wodemaya said it, he asked the question, can any black group of African come from Africa, go to Europe and take a portion of the land and say, no whites allow? No. Blacks only? No. But I realized something. It goes a little deeper. I have to do research and my own due diligence. I have to educate myself to talk about a certain subject. And what I realized, African descendant black people always go through hell. African are escaping Africa for a better life. They caught us in the middle of the sea. Half of us died. Children died. It's same thing for Haiti, my country, my beautiful country. We're trying to go to Santo Domingo. That used to be our land. I hope they're not going to remember that, but we took care of them for 22 to 25 years, so they could go to hell. So they killing us every day. mistreating us every day. Pregnant women cannot get care they need, they deserve. Anybody going to the DR for a vacation, I want you to think about it twice. They are not as beautiful or amazing they are. They are evil people, okay? They are disgusting, evil people, all right? So again, I don't want to make this video long. I blame Ramaphosa, the South African president, for coming to the White House knowingly he would be mistreated. What are you doing? Follow Ibrahim Traore footstep. You will see how he handling business. Then y'all can move on with our own natural resources instead of begging the Western for help. Knowingly, they don't want to have nothing to do with us, and they don't want to see us go to the next level. Come on. We could do it on our own. Subscribe. Thank you for watching.